everyone. Welcome back to Sisters Corner. My name is Anita, and as always, I'm here with my amazing sister.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Esther and we are so happy to have you here. Seeing as vulnerability is such a big and important topic, we've decided to create a little mini series for it. So today we are going to move onto financial instability and how that can cause vulnerability as a single parent.
Single parents face a lot of challenges and vulnerabilities which impact their quality of life and well-being. And as my sister said earlier, financial instability is one of them. So our first topic under financial instability is going to be about single income. As you all know, if you have a single income family or a single parent family, our finances are very tight. They are very, very tight. But today we are also going to share how we budget and our savings with you. Probably some of you may have some ideas we can share with our viewers and listeners.
I mean, as a disclaimer, we are not financial advisors. This is just our personal views. So please do not take this as the gospel. If there are certain things in this topic that will help you, then you can take it, but please do not take it as financial advice because we are not financial advisors. So that's a little disclaimer for you. So sis, let's talk about single income. Going from a two-income household to a single income household can be such a challenge for single parents, especially single mothers. Because there are lots of single mothers who, the time that they became single parents, they didn't really have a stable or proper job. So they're having to manage all these finances and all of these monies and making sure that these children are well taken care of. So what was your situation when you started?
My situation is a bit different because I co-parent with my ex-partner and he contributes monthly towards the kids' maintenance. But then it's not as enough as it was when we were married, where it was a two-income family. So the challenge has always been there. I'm always wanting to work more hours to supplement my monthly income. My rent, my car, groceries, and what have you. So the challenge is, I don't want to talk about it. It keeps a strain on you. You're always thinking, and you would agree with me that no one wants to be broke.
No
one wants to be broke. So sometimes you have to put the kids first and then budget towards the kids' well-being. Sometimes as a mother, or as young as we are, you'd see a beautiful clothes, a gorgeous hair. Oh, you'd say, I want this hair for myself. But then there are some expenses that needs to be paid for, some bills that needs to be paid for. So the challenge is every day and each challenge. Know what you have in place for these challenges.
I mean, I think it's trying or deciding to make different choices on what is important and what you can go without as a single parent. And as you said, you co-parent quite well with your with the kids' dad, which is great. I'm glad to hear that the children's dad are involved in that and that he supports you financially, which actually I'm quite lucky enough to have the children's dad doing the exact same thing. So he does support financially. However, as you said, it never always stretches to where you need it to stretch to, because and even though you do get some level of government support, that's also always not enough, because gone are the days where people thought that women are choosing to be single because of benefits. It's not like that anymore.
It's not.
You are going to have to work for it, and especially if you want the nice things that you want for your children. And so for me, I've had to learn how to budget and how to put money aside for rainy days. Yes. So having a single income is tough. So it's really important that as single parents, we learn how to budget our finances to ensure that it stretches to where we need it to stretch to.
You would agree with me that even though we have a single income coming in, we have our ex-partners contributing towards our income, we still have limited savings.
Absolutely.
At the end of the month, I have nothing to save.
Yes.
Nothing to save. But then I'm grateful because all bills have been paid.
Mm-hmm.
We have a roof over our head. The kids have good clothing. They are looking good. I'm looking good as well.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it dawns on me that is it going to be like this forever?
I agree with you, sis, because, I think now that we have both started our career, it helps a little bit.
Yeah.
Because that, like, and I think that's where that discipline aspect of it comes in. So, some people would chooses the different type of amounts that they want to save each month. And for me, I make a conscious effort that I will have to save at least 10% of whatever comes into the house. And it doesn't matter what type of money is coming in, whether it's coming from the children's father, whether it's coming from my own jobs that I'm doing. I always make sure that at least 10% of that money is put away, and everything else that get budget for. Looking at obviously the most important things, which is making sure that the children have got a roof over their head, and that the necessities are taken care of before we move on to
what we want.
That's it, which is the vanity side of it. So there have been many times that we've had to go without, but if it gives us that comfort to know that we've got something to rely on in the situation or in the case that something was to go wrong, because anything can happen. COVID was a good example that anything can happen.
I agree with you on that. And when it comes to savings, I also do same. I have actually set up a standing order on both of my bank accounts so that every month I know this is how much I'm saving. Even if I go broke, I am still firm on what I'm saving. And it helps a lot. Sometimes the car will break down, and if you don't have savings, you can't fix it.
It's
and you
scary.
can't go to work. So although we have limited savings, as you said earlier, you have to make a conscious effort to save.
And you have to make that choices of what's important and what's not. And another thing is we talk a lot, don't we? And we talk about all the lovely things that we want to do for the children. Again, that comes down to saving and putting that money aside. There are a lot of banks and a lot of different companies that you can save with. So it's important that as our viewers, if you want to look into savings, to really, really educate yourself, learn about the different types of savings that are available. For me, my choice will always be an ISA because it's tax-free and you get a lot more for your money. But also, one other thing that I do is investing. And I have got a company called Vanguard that I do all my investing with. And, I have been doing that since COVID time. And what I have seen is that my money has jumped a lot higher than if I'm just putting it in an ISA. So again, these are places that you can explore. As we said, we are not financial advisors, so this is up to you to go off there and explore it for yourself and choose the ones that work for you. But having a rainy day fund is so important as a single parent, something for you to rely on.
And don't forget to take advantage of cashbacks. Cashbacks are a lifesaver. They are. So if you have not subscribed to any cashbacks with your banks, we are encouraging you to subscribe to it because they do help a lot.
Absolutely. And you know what? That reminds me. I'm with O2, for example, and you get so many nice and free things. And I know someone who is with Vodafone as well, and they get a lot of nice and free things as well. Like I get coffee once a week from Greg's, I get a breakfast once a week from Greg's, and I take advantage of all of that.
You've got to take advantage of everything. I mean, as a nurse, being in the healthcare sector, we do have what we call blue light. I make sure that my blue light is accepted in most stores, restaurants, cinemas, And I do get my discounts. When I take the kids out and I show my blue light card, I get a discount that is very good. I'm able to save money.
Yes.
So take advantage. If you are a healthcare worker and you don't know about blue light card, I would encourage you to Google blue light card and subscribe to it. I don't know about teachers.
I mean, I know that there are discounts available for teachers. I have yet to explore it, which is really bad. It's something that I really need to kind of like look into it and explore.
Yeah.
So we bring it back to our viewers. When I have explored and found the things that work for me, back to you. However, sis, can we talk about how financial instability can cause vulnerability to single mothers?
Yeah, we can. Some single mothers, because of their limited income that comes in every day, they tend to look, I don't know the right word for it, sideways. They tend to find comforts or financial comforts in unfruitful relationships.
Yes.
So that is where the vulnerability comes in. Some single mothers adjust to what their men want from them. They don't want it, but because they have that financial comfort, they would adjust to it. And there can be instances where they would go for a boyfriend who wouldn't like their kids, who would complain about their kids, but they'll be like, look, this guy is bringing in money. Are you working? No, I'm not. So why not shut up and then let this guy take care of us? And I think it all falls on a mother who is lazy. Yeah, if you are lazy or if you are someone who doesn't want to work on yourself,
yeah,
that is where you become more vulnerable. You become very, very vulnerable to falling into these traps. So I would encourage our fellow single mothers out there that even if it's a career that you have to start from somewhere, do it. I started as a healthcare assistant. If I tell you about the jobs that I have done to this career, I have a tall list on my CV. But then because I had this vision in mind that I want to be a nurse, I know where I'm going, even if it gets tough. This is the kind of life I want, and this is the kind of life I want for my kids, so that no man can come into my home and tell me what to do with my kids.
Yes.
Because already I am looking after these kids. I'm able to provide for them financially, emotionally, and what have you. So if you get all these together, the vulnerability side will be a thing
of the past,
of
really.
the past, and you wouldn't associate yourself with it.
Absolutely.
I mean, there are most single mothers who pride themselves in being single mothers.
Yes. And you know what? That's coming out a lot more at the moment. And it's something that I am loving hearing and seeing about it online. Single mom who has actually chosen to not have anyone come into their lives or into their children's lives. And I think that is so important because, you know, a lot of these men are very clever.
Yeah,
they know that as a single mother, you know, financially, you will struggle. And so they'll come into your life and they will come in with, you know, a dangling carrot, so to say, baiting you to grab it. And as soon as you grab it, actually, they turn out to become a financial burden on you. And your kids.
They do.
But because they dangle that carrot and you fell for that bait, you've now got a grown man that you're taking care of on top of your own children, and you can't get rid of them because of the bond that they have created with your child or with your children. And so it's really important that we are getting our finances right, being financially independent, that when these men come into our lives, they know that we can pay our bills, we can take care of ourselves, we're already taking our kids on holiday, we're doing all those things that they think they can come in to do for us already. And so, you know, until they are giving us the sun and the moon, they are not going to have access to us as easily. So yes, sis, I agree. You need to get your finances right, sis. Budget, take care of yourself and your children. Make sure you're paying your bills on time, and you're getting your credit right to prevent yourself to falling prey to becoming vulnerable single mother.
And another thing that makes us vulnerable is about our jobs. We want to secure our jobs.
Yes.
And it's very challenging securing your job, because if you work a job where there's no flexibility, childcare comes in, you're thinking about your bills. So you tend to leave kids with people you don't really trust.
Oh my God. You know what? I think that's like a whole other topic there.
You have to leave your kids with strangers.
Yes.
Just so you could work and bring in some income.
Yeah. And that is scary, because, you bring a man into the house that you don't even know. And you're leaving your kids with this person that you don't know. You don't know what they're going to do to your child.
No, absolutely.
And we do hear all these stories all the time. So really, really important that you are secure financially and also within yourself to know that you can take care of your children on your own, if needs to be. I mean, it's good to have someone in your life, but it shouldn't be the be all and end all. Because at the end of the day, yourself and your children always comes first.
Thank you for joining us on this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. And as always, stay hopeful, stay blessed, and we'll see you in our next episode.
Absolutely. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to also go onto our other social media page and like the pages for us. We can't wait to see you again in the next episode.
Bye everyone.